And then for this piece here, now we're going to set the trap up again, and here's something that I just do precautionary, because trial and error. Okay, I do know these traps work, so through trial and error, what I have found out, and definitely through other resources, what can happen is the trap itself may not trigger all the way. Sometimes the animal may take the bait and it just resets itself. The bait stick slides down and resets itself. Okay, we want to avoid that. So what I'm setting it up for, again, so that you can see what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a little bit. I'm going to round this corner here. Okay, so I'm basically take this out. I go ahead and just kind of. I'm just going to use the top of my knife to round it out. I'm not going to take any stock off of it. Okay. So this will keep it from recatching again. Okay. So it'll slide down. The bait stick will slide down a little bit. Okay. The bait stick will slide down a little bit, and then it won't be able to catch anymore. Okay. And it'll be a little bit more effective. Okay, so that's a little trick that'll work for you. Go ahead, set this up again. Okay, and actually I'll set it up for you opposite so you can see how it comes together, okay, from audience view. Okay, so essentially that's how the figure-4 trap works and how it looks. Okay, and like I said, the animal comes along and wants to get the bait here, and everything falls apart. And if you're successful, if the trap is successful, you have something to eat. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and go set this up. Okay, let's set the figure-4 trap up. And as you can see, I have my deadfall here, and I have a flat rock here. Okay, and I need the flat rock because my support stick here, with the weight of the deadfall, will depress into the soft ground, and the deadfall may just end up falling onto the support stick stuck in the ground, and then my trap is ineffective. All right, so you create a flat surface so that the stick can't depress into the ground from the weight of the deadfall. All right, so let's set this up. I've got this extra limb here, or extra stout stick here, that I'm going to drive into the ground alongside of it. Okay, so this will be one. Okay, I'm just going to take this about right there, take my rock, pound that in. Okay, I have another one. Okay, and I make sure it's parallel, okay, to each other, and I pound it in. Oops, daisy. Okay, so now this can't roll anywhere, but it can't fall. Okay, so we're going to go back to setting the trap up. Put together the angle stick and the support stick. Okay. Lift up your trap. Let the deadfall rest on top of the angle stick. Okay. And again, it could lean right or left, it doesn't matter, because it's not going to go anywhere because of our supports here. Okay. And then I set the bait stick in there, and slowly let this rest together. Okay, and voila. Okay, so now we've got the trap all set, all ready to go. Okay, what would happen is, as you can see, the grass is pretty tall here, so I'm going to adjust this a little bit. Okay, so what would happen is, okay, I'm going to use a stick here for safety, okay, is the critter, whatever you're after, is going to bounce into here and flip the trigger stick here, okay, where your bait is. The bait stick here is what will flip the whole mechanism, alright, and trigger the whole trap. Now, Sometimes, and I've seen this happen, sometimes the animal is quicker than the trap itself, alright? So what will happen is the animal will go in, take the bait, the trap will trigger, and they'll just jump right back out. To remedy that, alright, is you drive in other sticks around your trap, okay? Drive in other sticks around, only creating one opening, preferably through here, okay? So the animal would have to get up underneath the trap to trigger the trap, which would be much harder for the animal to back out, okay? So it requires a little bit more work. You could probably even utilize natural brush. You know, animals tend to be a little smarter than human beings, and so if there's some brush and a way of getting at food, they'll just go around it. Okay, they won't move it aside; they'll just go around it, which then you can kind of funnel the critter into where you want to the trap, where you want to the deadfall to fall. Okay, so essentially, I'm going to trigger this trap, and we go, boom. Okay, it works like a charm.